Here we are, live playing Ironsworn, Eye of the Storm. How are you doing, Aaron?
I'm pretty good. How
It,
are you doing?
I'm doing swell. I am with my friend. We're streaming. We're playing Ironsworn. It's hard to complain. Um, it's I don't know if our audience can notice yet, but we do have a slightly different background. The incomparable Zakia, we'll have to thank her for creating a new kind of design for us. I really like it. There's more space for the map. I have to look down to talk to you, which is a little weird, but that's okay. I'm happy that we've gotten rid of all that extra space, and now we have the map to show off and stuff.
It's
So
really clean.
yeah, exactly. So Aaron, are you ready to play some Ironsworn?
I am ready to clean up Caleb's mess.
Quite a mess it is. In fact, let me recap for us so everyone remembers where we're at. So, Ishana is on this mission to get this black iron. She gets it with this old man named Glenn, who's a cartographer, and they find themselves in this crazy forest, and a bunch of spiders almost eat them, but she gets them out, as she always manages to do. And on the return home, they see a crater, like a huge crater, like maybe 2 football fields in length. And Glenn convinces Ishana that we have to check this place out and see what it's about. So they go down and they see that there are these kind of tunnels that go into the crater, and they go in and they eventually come upon like a ritual site, and there are these what can only be described as cultists kind of performing some ritual in front of an altar of some kind, and there's this big chasm in front of that. And Ashana witnesses them performing a ritual that seems to bring somebody back to life, or someone that is broken is kind of put back together again. And Ishana is convinced that this could be a key or something that could help her wife. So she goes down to explore. Unfortunately, her and Glenn are just making too much noise. They get caught by the cultists, and they know that there is a staff that this shaman who is kind of leading this ritual used to do this. So she knows she's got to get that staff. But she's separated from Glenn and thrown in jail, some kind of like weird makeshift prison that seems to be built in the ruins of something, but is also very advanced. She gets out, and eventually, let's see, I made some notes here. Yeah, so she's got to find Glenn, and she comes into like a weird medical facility where there is this automaton kind of going crazy. She runs over and like power lifts it. And surgery Roomba, as you said earlier, yeah. And she gets past that, and she eventually finds that she is in this kind of massive path of destruction. It was described in the roles, and Caleb described it as like there was this thing, there was some kind of creature or something big in the darkness, kind of swimming around in the dirt, and.
Right.
Just as she was kind of figuring out what to do, the cultists are coming up from behind with.
Let me tell you, I love things that can swim through dirt.
So that's where we kind of left things. Also, by the way, she dropped the black iron down into the darkness, so who knows if she's able to retrieve it.
Of course she did.
And if anything, now the most important thing is to possibly get this staff and figure out how to cure her wife. So we're left in a situation where you can run forward and possibly come in contact with this big creature who's kind of swimming through, or you can stay and deal with the cultists who are on your back.
You know what? I mean, there's tons of cultists, right? Like we're talking on the order of dozens, right?
Yeah. You could, we could make an oracle roll to determine just how many, but I could say, yeah, sure, if you think it's a pretty large number.
I mean, the way it was described. It sounded like it was quite a few.
Okay.
We can do it. We can do a roll though. That's totally
All
cool.
right. I think that it is likely that it would be a large number. Why don't you roll a d100, and if it's, I think, 76 or greater, then it is not a large number. It's not like over a dozen or something. What did we get? Why do I not see your... Oh, there we go. 27.
27.
I think the 27 is a success, which
Really?
means... It's a success in that it means that there are
There
a
are
lot
a ton
of...
of.
Yes,
Yeah.
there's a ton of them.
Okay. So
Some
yeah,
of them carrying spears, torches.
I know. What is the remind me? What is the status of like Ashana's companion dude?
She doesn't know where he is.
Right, he disappeared.
He,
Yeah.
he was separated from her. We
Uh-huh.
have an objective of finding him, and right now, if we look at the sites tab, we go down to the crater. You have 5 progress in this site, so at any time you can roll to locate your objective. But if you roll poorly, something bad will possibly
Yeah,
happen.
and I feel like honestly, if Ashana's like find a cure for my wife or let this other guy die, she's gonna be like, fuck that guy.
That's I think that's fair. Last session, Caleb was playing it like, no, I got to find this guy. But I agree. When push comes to shove, it's got to come down
Yeah,
to
I think
saving
like
a life.
I would call that a secondary objective.
Okay, so
So
do you want to go forward or something else?
no, I'm not. I don't think I have a chance with. I mean, maybe
So
there's a
forward
chance.
is away from the cultists.
Yeah, forward is away from the. That's the way I want to go.
Okay, so you're just gonna face danger. What
Good.
attribute are you using?
Let me see. Face Dane. Let me go back to that summary. Remind me what my options are.
You can roll edge, and you'd be using speed, agility, or precision. You could be rolling heart, and you'd be rolling charm, loyalty, or courage. Iron is aggressive action, forceful defense, strength, or endurance.
Can I? Iron doesn't seem like it makes sense, unfortunately.
I mean,
Because you're running.
It's hard to run in sand. So if we're saying that it's kind of sandy,
That's
you could
true. Like
make
if
an
we're
argument for endurance.
yeah, like you're running on a beach.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
So can I do iron then?
Yeah, absolutely. Roll iron, and let's see. Now you have face danger, and I think you have. Let's look at your assets. When you face danger, you can add +1 and take +1 momentum on a hit. So add +1 to this face danger roll.
Strong hit.
Nice. On a strong hit, you are successful. You will take +2 momentum. So your momentum
Nice.
is going to go to 4. Obviously, what this means is you do not come in contact with whatever this big creature is that left this path of destruction. You're able to get to the other side. Would you like to secure an advantage and maybe get the attention of the creature so that it blocks the way of the cultists that are coming after you? You know, kind of sick it on them.
Yeah. If I have like, I'm wondering. I mean, this thing's crawling around in the sand, so I imagine it's perceiving things through like almost like a tremor sense type of
Possibly,
thing.
yeah.
So I'm imagining if I throw something like really heavy in that direction.
Okay. So you like pick up a nearby
Yeah.
big stone.
Can't Ashana like pick up a big boulder over her head and just like "Ah!" chuck it as far as she can
Absolutely.
in that direction?
You're going to be rolling with iron to secure an advantage. No pluses to this.
Right.
So let's see what you get.
Weak hit.
Okay. Your advantage is short-lived. Take +1 momentum. So momentum goes up, but how is this short-lived?
Ooh, I think that probably Ashana just didn't throw it quite as far as she was hoping,
Hmm.
and then like the you know dune worm or whatever the hell it is comes up like maybe like a little closer than she was hoping for.
Yeah, you walk without rhythm if you want to avoid that worm. Um, so I also think the cultists, if they are down here a lot, they're somewhat aware of like this big fucking creature.
True,
So
true.
maybe they kind of rush in, but then when they see it kind of react to the stone, they kind of back off,
They nope out of there.
right? And they
Yep.
kind of go a different direction. So for now, they are out of sight, and you're kind of in a new area. Yes, Ghost of Eli, Shai Halud, the God Emperor worm, or maybe that's Leto. Did you read Dune, Aaron?
I did. I don't remember the worms having names,
I think they
but
refer to the worms as Shai Halud. Is like that's like the name for just like the worm in general, but maybe I'm
I didn't.
wrong.
I don't. It's been a couple years since I read it. I don't remember that, but I believe you.
Maybe there are worms in Ironsworn. That can always happen. Maybe that's what it is. But either way, you've secured the advantage. You are alone for now. What would you like to do? You're on the other side. You could delve the depths and try to continue to look for Glyn, or you could try to locate your objective right now with only 5 progress on it.
um. So and then, okay, so Glenn is one objective. Do I have an objective for the staff as well?
Yes, yes. I keep forgetting who I'm playing with. Yes, you can. Right now, if you wanted to, you could change your objective and try to find the staff. Absolutely.
Okay. I just know that yeah, I just know what the Shauna's priorities are.
Yeah.
So I feel like staff if listen, if she happens to find Glenn along the way, great. But I
So
want that staff.
right. So here's the thing: you have two options. You can either roll right now to determine if you locate your objective, or you can continue to delve the depths. And if you roll a strong hit, you would mark progress, which would get you closer, a
I
higher
think
number.
I think let's play it safe. Let's delve the depths.
And are you rolling with edge, shadow, or wits?
Definitely not shadow or wit, so edge.
Okay. So with haste, you are
Yep.
trying to find wherever this staff was placed. Go ahead and roll with wits.
Okay. Ooh, but I can burn momentum. Mm,
Yes, to make it a weak hit.
you know what? I don't think it's gonna be that bad. I'm gonna take it.
Okay. On a miss, you will reveal a danger. Roll a d100. This is not progress, also. 48.
48.
Okay, let me pull up reveal a danger. Here we go. 48. You encounter a hostile denizen. Now, we have a denizens table. If we look at our sites, right now we have cultists, we have twisted automatons. I think we can now. You tell me whether you want to put it under uncommon or rare. We can put this sandworm.
The sandworm, I feel like it's not rare because it's so big in a relatively small space.
So unforeseen, possibly?
I would say unforeseen.
Okay,
Because like it's
sandworm.
present. It's present.
I
You
think
know,
I think in honor of one of my favorite movies as a kid, I'm going to call it a graboid.
okay.
Do you know what movie I'm referencing?
I have no I was gonna
Uh,
be nice and let it slide.
have you ever seen Tremors?
No, I haven't.
Oh man, watch Tremors. Classic Kevin Bacon. Okay, so there's the graboid. We can roll a d100 right now. Either we come upon a cultist, a twisted automaton, or something else that we haven't come up with yet.
All right, I'll roll for it.
All right, let's roll.
27.
27, which is a cultist.
Okay.
So, what is the situation here? With a miss, you come upon either that group that was following you, or maybe just one cultist.
I mean, I'm on the other side,
Yeah.
so I it seems unlikely that it's going to be the same group that was
Mm,
pursuing me
mm.
because they turned tail and ran. So I feel like it's going to be like an outlier or a straggler.
Okay, so it's a miss. Let's just decide. Let's ask the Oracle: is it more than? Is it under like two people, or is it?
Okay.
What's the right way to phrase this? Is it three or less?
Three or fewer.
Three or fewer? Roll a d100. We said 50-50. Okay,
74.
it is just one person.
Oh, it is just one
Yeah, I
person?
think on a success it would be just the best case scenario, which is just one
Great.
person.
Can Ishana run at that one person screaming and rip their head off?
Yeah, sure. You are entering the fray.
So exactly like that.
We're
Just they
gonna.
like spot them, run,
It's life or
tear their
death
head off.
down here in the crater. You're going to enter the fray. This is a troublesome foe, we'll say, because it's just one person. You are going to roll plus heart.
Let me see. That's under. Okay. Well, that plus heart means just roll heart, right?
You will roll just heart, but let's check your assets because when you enter the fray, your path Bannersworn says, bearing your banner, you may add +1 and take +1 momentum on a hit. So you have to explain to me how you bear your banner, and
So
you
is it
will gain that +1.
so okay? Is it a literal banner or is it like symbolic?
We've described it before as like a patch on her clothing, like an ironmonger patch or something.
Yeah, man. I mean, she's just like she's no fucks given. She's just running at full speed, kind of like puffing her chest out, ready to pounce.
All right, you will add +1 to that enter the fray using I think you said it was heart. Yes, heart.
Oh, a
Ooh,
miss.
a miss. That's not good. Let's see. On a miss, combat begins with you at a disadvantage. Your foe has the initiative. You're going to pay the price. So roll a d100. Let's find out what that price is. Ooh, 36.
36.
The current situation worsens.
Okay, so you think like another cultist walks in?
I'm okay with that. I'm also okay with you possibly
Ooh,
enduring harm. What do you
what if
think?
like well, okay, so what if like Ashana is running so fast and so recklessly with so much chest outedness that at a certain point her foot gets caught on like a rock or something
Okay.
and she just goes flying face first into the ground.
Okay. So you're at a kind of disadvantage. The next logical thing would be clash when your foe has initiative. You would roll plus iron, but where is this situation worsening? How can we represent the situation worsening? Yes, she's fallen over, but what is now like the kind of mechanical disadvantage? Do we increase the difficulty of this enemy, making him a dangerous enemy? Maybe we reveal that he's actually a very skilled swordsman or something like that.
What if he just like she trips and he just starts like doing Krav Maga or something?
Okay, so he's like
Like
just showing off all of his
yeah.
moves. We're going to let me real quick go to progress. I'll add a new this cultist who went from troublesome to dangerous. And they are okay. You're gonna roll plus iron. Real quick, let's double check your assets. Make sure there's not a clash. Ah, yes. When you clash against a brawling attack, so you will add +1 to this iron roll that you're going to make.
Okay. Come on. Weak it.
Here we go. Weak hit. You inflict your harm, but then pay the price. Your foe still has the initiative. So you are able to, under progress, we are able to make progress against this foe. But you will have to pay the price. Roll a d100.
64.
It is harmful.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I think you're gonna have to endure harm. How is it harmful?
I'm almost imagining like the guy runs up, like grabs Ashana by the hair or something, like picks her up and
Hmm.
slams her into the ground.
Okay. You are going to subtract your health by one, and then you are going to roll either iron or health. I think your iron is higher, so you're going to roll
Iron
iron.
is higher.
Yeah,
Ashana is not doing great in the health
I
department
know.
at the
I
moment.
know. If you roll well, you'll get that point of health back. Oh, you did roll well. You rolled extremely well. It is a strong hit with an opportunity. It's like a critical
Oh
success.
wow.
So you're going to shake it off. Your health is going to go back up to one,
Back up to 3.
back up to three.
Important.
Um, I always forget to explain this. You can either go back up to one, or you can embrace the pain and gain one momentum out of this.
With how low the health is, I think probably
Okay.
probably take the health.
All right. So you do it. You This is with an opportunity. I mean, I think it's fair if you just want to gain the initiative, if that's all kind of that you want out of this.
Yeah, because I'm almost imagining like, okay, like Ashana rolls out of the way, kicks him in the back of the knee, knocks him to the ground too. Epic
Mm,
struggle ensues.
gotcha. All right, so because you are now having the initiative, you are going to strike. You're going to roll plus iron.
And this is a straight roll, right?
Let's look at your
It was
assets. Yeah,
I guess yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't see strike on here, so I think
No.
for now,
Because it's only the ones that have check boxes, correct?
yes.
Okay. So it's a weak hit.
Weak hit. You inflict your harm, but lose the initiative. So under progress, we're going to go another 2. That's 4 progress we have now on this cultist. Uh, but it's his turn. He is going to clash with you. You're going to roll iron plus 1.
Come
Get some
on.
good
Strong
rolls
hit.
here. Good. All right. You inflict your harm again, and you can either choose one. You do have the initiative, but you can also choose one. You either take 1 momentum or you inflict an additional 1 harm.
Ooh, I would like yeah, I want this guy dead. I'm inflicting
Okay,
an additional 1 harm.
gotcha. So we're gonna go up 2, and then up 1 more.
Can we say that Ashana just like rolls on top of the guy and is choking him like Homer Simpson does Bart?
He's even making the face. Ah! We'll go up 1 momentum, so your momentum goes to 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7 progress. You can either choose to end this now, or you could try to make another strike, or basically you'd be ending the fight
Hmm.
if you want to do something other than strike.
I I think I got a chance of finishing him off. So I'll try to end it.
We're gonna try to end the fight. You're gonna roll 2d10, and we hope that it is under 7, at least one of them. All right,
6 and 3.
at least one is under, so it's a weak hit. On a weak hit, um, the foe is no longer in the fight. They are killed out of action or whatever, but you must also choose one. Either you endure harm, endure stress, the victory is short lived, there's collateral damage, you pay for it in some way, you're marked for vengeance.
Well, I imagine that Ishana is pretty stressed out.
Hmm.
Probably all like I think Marked for Vengeance also makes sense. Like this cult seems like the type to hold grudges. Uh
um, Enduring stress probably in the moment makes the most amount of sense. It's like this has gotten way out of hand. It just
mhm.
started as a little exploring, and now she's having to kill people. So let's have you endure stress. You're going to lower your spirit by 1, and then I think
What
you
happens if you reach 0 spirit?
there's a condition. Let me look here. There's a condition called shaken, I think, that affects the gameplay. Like right now, we're unprepared because we have 0 supply, and that means we can't make anything that has to do with supply rolls.
Mm,
And I think our momentum is also at 9. We're not able to get to a full 10 because of that.
wow.
But anyway, enduring stress, you're going to roll either heart or spirit. Did you already lower your spirit?
I did.
Okay,
From
so
3 to
two. It's going
2.
to be two no matter what. Give it a roll and let's see what we get.
Weak hit.
Okay. On a weak hit, you do press on. So you're not able to bring the spirit up any higher, but you're kind of, maintaining composure. Here we are after just killing somebody. We're still no closer to finding the staff or Glyn. What are we doing? Are we delving the depths?
Yeah, let's continue. Let's
Okay.
continue delving the depths.
Roll.
Depths.
I assume you're rolling with edge.
Um.
That is
Yes.
the stat you rolled last time. Roll
Yes.
with edge and let's see what you get.
Strong hit.
Finally. On a strong hit, you delve deeper, you may mark progress and find an opportunity. So on our let's go to the site. We will mark 1 progress, so now that's 6 progress. But we will find an opportunity. So roll a d100.
59.
59. A clue offers insight or direction.
Well, that's handy.
Yeah. So some kind of clue, maybe it's on the dead cultist, offers insight or direction. What would be on somebody that might offer direction? A map would be obvious. A compass, a key.
I imagine that, like, I doubt it'd be a map because I'm sure they know their way
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
Though maybe like, I don't know, because we crossed like the worm infested area, so maybe
Yeah.
they have like a charted side and like a less charted side.
True.
Maybe we're on the less charted side, so maybe they have like a cursory map that they've started to draw or something.
Okay. And then how does this bring us closer to our objective? I mean, obviously, best case scenario, it's like signaling that there's some kind of secluded area that perhaps Glyn or this staff is in. If we're looking for the staff, then we're really looking for, like, where does the shaman lay his head? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, like if they have like an X that says shaman here, that would be
Do not
really
disturb
nice.
shaman who rests right here between
Yeah.
these hours.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, this is what we've got so far. So if you want, we can try to gather information and see if it doesn't, concretely tell us where to go.
Okay. Let's do that.
Okay, let's gather information. You are going to roll wits, which is not your best stat, but let's see what you get.
No, it is not.
Yeah, let's see.
At least this isn't like a life or death there.
Yeah.
And it's a miss, but I can burn momentum and get a weak hit, which I
So-
think makes sense to do.
I don't know if you can because I think we already burned momentum, didn't we?
I didn't because I
remember.
had the opportunity to, but I chose not to.
I remember now. So yeah, if you want to make it a weak hit.
Let's do that.
The information complicates your quest or introduces a new danger. Envision what you discover and take +1 momentum. So your momentum is going to go to 2.
Mm-hmm.
It should. Did you put it to 1?
Yeah, I hit burn.
Okay, so whenever it resets, it just goes to 2. So
okay.
So you hit burn and it put it to 1.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Maybe it's because of the unprepared condition. Either way,
Maybe.
you're going to go to 2. And let's envision what you discover. So what is the danger? What is the complication in finding where the shaman might be located?
Ooh, maybe there's got to be like I don't like a minotaur or something on the way, like a labyrinth with a minotaur or something like that.
Okay,
Between us and the shaman.
Maybe Ashana's like following the map and it takes her in a direction and she finds herself maybe amongst more automatons. Remember we had these twisted automatons. Yeah. Maybe there's one such as in the shape of a minotaur.
Hell yeah.
That is waiting.
Yeah.
You know?
Let's say it's like a minotaur like made out of surgical instruments. So it's got like scalpels for horns.
You're reminding me of the Shrike from what is that science fiction book? Oh God, I can't believe I'm forgetting the name. Anyway, um, yes, let's do that. So you find yourself in this situation with the Minotaur. You know that on the other side is potentially the shaman. How are you getting out of here? How are you getting through here?
Oh, I feel like I would say sneak around it, but I don't think Ashana's got a good chance of that being successful.
Yeah, it doesn't have that good of yeah.
So
You could try
I
to
feel
secure
like,
an advantage of some kind.
yeah, I think that ultimately I want to use iron whatever way I can.
Okay.
Um,
Well, if you are securing an advantage using iron, you're going to be using aggressive action, forceful defense, strength, or endurance.
hmm.
I would maybe argue that we can ask the Oracle, is there like some kind of weakened structure that if we were to hit it or put pressure on it, it might collapse and fall on the Minotaur?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, that would be great.
All right, so 50-50 to be the most fair. 51 or greater, there is some way of securing an advantage. Every
69.
episode we get 69. That is good because that means there is a way to do this. So you're going to secure an advantage using iron. Are you just like running up and like punching the wall? Like how are you doing this?
Maybe there's like a pillar or something, and
Ah,
Ashana, being like the meathead that she is, she just runs up at it and starts like punching and kicking at it. It's like old and crumbly and shit.
sure.
So it's like it's not hard to structurally compromise. And then she's gonna try to lure the I'm trying to think of a surgical pun to work in with Minotaur, but nothing's coming to mind. Uh
The
but the
Surgitar,
there's a Surgitar. Sure. the Surgitar.
the
She's gonna
Meditar.
she's gonna try to lure it in,
Okay.
and then wait, does she have any rope?
We did establish she has some rope. Yes.
So I'm thinking she ties it around the pillar, gets to like a safe distance, and then she's like, "Hey, buddy,"
Hmm.
to try to draw him in.
Yeah.
And then once he's like in position,
We
she'll
crush
pull
him.
it.
We crush the Minotaur. Okay, so let's roll plus iron and let's see what happens.
Yeah, come
This
on,
is a hell of a
come on,
plan.
Sean.
Oh!
Opportunity.
Another critical success with a strong hit with an opportunity. You gain advantage. You can choose one. You can either make another move now and add +1, or take +2 momentum.
I feel like this is going to be a pretty crushing blow to the Surgitar. So
Yeah, yeah.
I'll take the momentum.
Okay, go up 2 in your momentum. I think without a doubt, the plan works. You trick it into coming close just as the giant pillar comes down and smashes it, turns it into just a bunch of broken parts, and you are able to get to the other side. So, do we want to roll to determine what the room is that we're coming into?
Hell yeah.
Okay, roll 2d100, and let's get a location descriptor going.
Let's see, 2D100. It's an 84 and a 62.
Okay. Hmm. A ruined 84 spirit. Ruined spirit. Or a spirit that is ruined, or a ruin of a spirit. Feel free to extrapolate what you want from this. We are in.
Like,
Yeah, go ahead.
what if the shaman is a ghost?
I mean, a corporeal ghost that can hold staffs?
Yeah, why not? I mean, oh sure, yeah. I mean, spirits can,
Yeah, okay.
like, some sort of telepathic spirit that is what was it? Haunt. What was the other word?
I don't know. What are you going for?
I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm asking you for what was the two words that were that come up from that came
Yes.
up from the oracle.
Okay.
Again.
So, ruined spirit.
Ruined spirit.
Ruined spirit.
Yeah. So he's a spirit that can hold a staff, and he's really sad.
Yes. Okay. Cool. Okay. I think it's interesting. I think we have to explore why this ghost is able to hold
Uh-huh.
on to a staff, but we're gonna go with it. And so we this is the you've kind of explained him. What about how does that relate to the space?
um,
Is this like where he
maybe it's like,
resides or
yeah, maybe it's like his grave or
okay.
his I guess it'd be more of a mausoleum because it's
Yeah.
indoors.
Yeah. All right,
Um,
so let's determine whether he's seen us or not. We did make a lot of noise, so I think it's likely that he would be aware of us, right?
yeah,
Okay,
yep.
76 or greater, and hold on, let me just confirm I'm doing this right. Since it is likely he has heard us, then 26 or greater, and he has heard us. So roll the d100. Let's see what you get. I think I have an idea.
59.
59. That means that it is likely that he has heard us. So he's probably waiting for us when we come in. Um, you know, a ghost who can touch things and is sad and it's ruined. It's making me think, especially with the fact that we're like in a what appears to be like a technologically advanced space. What if, through Ishana's eyes, this is like a sad ghost? But what if it's like actually like a hologram or something, like something that is able to,
Ooh,
like maybe this is like, some kind of engineering room or something like that where it like charges, but it can walk around the area. And that might explain how it can
interesting.
corporeally react or interact with things. Um,
Interesting.
the point
I like it.
right but the point is though, what do we do with this? Is he aggressive towards us, or is he kind of interested in talking to us?
I don't know. I feel like it could be either one.
All right, let's do a 50-50. 51 or greater, he's friendly, so roll a d100. Wow.
One.
He's not friendly. He knows we're here. Are we going to talk to him, or are we going to fight him? I think that he probably has the staff, and he's probably not going to give it up without a fight.
Um, I feel like Ashana's like, "Hey, give me that staff," and then she charges.
Yes. Okay. She's going to charge to try to grab it. I think entering the fray makes the most amount of sense, although you could argue to try to either secure an advantage, or we try to make a battle roll, which is like to do one objective, which is to like get the staff.
Yeah, because I think the battle plan here is grab the staff and run
And
because I
run.
don't think
Okay.
Ashana knows how to kill a
Okay.
ghost.
When you fight in a battle, but it happens in a blur, envision your objective and roll. So we know what our objective is. We want to get the staff. You are fighting in close. It's the only thing she can do to overpower. Or you can try to trick or befuddle. That's using shadow. Otherwise, you're going to be using iron.
Yeah, iron. I'm definitely gonna go with iron on this one.
Okay. Roll plus iron, and let's see what you get.
See, I don't get anything special for entering the fray, right?
For battle, no.
Right. Yeah. Weak hit.
Okay. You achieve your objective, but not without a cost. You can either decide what it is, or we can pay the price.
I will pay the price.
Roll d100. Let's see. Hopefully, we get something good here.
37.
Dirty 7. The current situation worsens. You grab the staff, but maybe when you
Yes.
turn around, that group of cultists that had been chasing you,
Oh no.
right?
They're
find
there.
they're there. So you can either try to go through them, or you can try to find another way out, or you can try to engage this parlay with this ghost.
Ah, I don't think the ghost is going to be on my side. I'm banking on the fact that he may also not be on the cultist side.
Possibly.
So I'm gonna go running in search of another way out.
All right, I think you're going to try to gather information, unless you think like securing an advantage might be better.
I don't. I don't think so. I think. Yeah, because we don't know anything about the layout or what's beyond this chamber or anything. So probably gather information.
All right. I just lost my place. Here we go.
Which I
Okay.
feel like is going to be a wits roll, but
It is unfortunately a wits roll. Yeah, you've got the
you
staff.
shield the staff doesn't have any kind of wits buffing ability, right?
Well, we could make that determination. I think if you want to roll 50-50, 51 or greater, it
Oh,
does.
you're giving me 50-50 on that? Okay, I'll take that.
I mean, it's a weird magical staff that seems to raise people from the dead. I would assume it probably can help in some way.
I'll take 50-50 on that. It's an 83.
Yeah. So we'll say that whatever this staff is, it bestows +1 wits to your next roll.
Hacked.
For now, we'll see.
Wait.
The odds are against Ashana, but we'll
Yeah. Weak hit,
see. Okay, weak
which is
hit.
the best I could have hoped for.
Yeah, on a weak hit, the information complicates your quest or introduces a new danger. Envision what you discover, but take +1 momentum.
So there's got to be, God, there's got to be like she finds an elevator or something, but maybe the cable to the elevator has been severed.
So it's
And
like
her-
she's got to like do like a rope climb.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, let's. So here's the thing. We've technically located our objective, and we never rolled for it. So I think we need to do that real quick.
Okay.
To just kind of make heads or tails of this, because this might change things a little bit. Real quick, let me pull up. All right. Roll 2d10, and we're gonna want to get. Let's see what the number is. 6 under 6. At least one of them under 6. No. Okay.
6 and an 8.
Yeah. So on a miss, your objective falls out of reach. You have been misled about the nature of your objective, or you discovered that this site holds unexpected depths. So I'm kind of boning us here because like we've gotten past a lot. Maybe the objective remains to get Glenn back.
And Glenn just isn't gonna make it.
Yeah, and Glenn just isn't gonna make it right now. So let's ignore
Sorry,
that.
Glenn.
Let's ignore what we just did. We've found this elevator. I guess we're just going up it, right?
I think Ashana can handle a rope climb. I just realized I shouldn't do that on Twitch, but yeah.
What, yawn?
No, I was climbing a rope and it wound up being a little bit.
You're throwing up some ropes. It's not a big deal. All right, we're going to. Now, here's the thing. Realistically, I think we need to face danger. And if we succeed on facing danger, then you can escape the depths, which means you would automatically be able to get out of here. But let's just make sure you can get away from all this crazy nonsense. You're going to face danger. You can add +1. You're not really using a brawling attack, though. So I would argue it's just iron by itself.
Okay. At least it's iron. Come on, Ashana.
Fight your way out.
Strong hit.
Nice. You make your way safely. Hold on. What are we doing? We're doing face danger.
Yep.
So many books. Here we go. Face danger on a strong hit. Take +1 momentum, and you are successful. So you get out. You climb up. You get out of this elevator shaft, and you're on some new level, some higher level. And now it's a matter of escaping the depths. And let's see what comes of this. So when you escape the depths, you can either find the fastest way out, Steel yourself against the horrors of this place and roll plus heart. Fight your way out. Keep out of sight or retrace your steps using wits.
I feel like retracing our steps isn't an option at this point.
Yeah, you're pretty turned around.
Fighting our way out seems pretty par for the course.
True.
It's either fight our way out or we just happen to stumble across like the way out, you know.
Let's use Iron. She's certainly ready for a fight if she has to come against one.
Okay.
Let's see what you get.
Come on. Weak hit.
Weak hit. You find your way out, but this place exacts its price. You are either going to endure harm, endure stress, you are delayed, you leave behind something important, which I think we know what that is. You face a new complication when you get out of the depths, or denizens plot their revenge.
Well, so Glenn was already fucked, so that doesn't make a lot of sense.
He kind of was already, yeah.
Sorry, Glenn. I mean, stress. We kind of already. I feel like the stress angle kind of already was played out. I like a good revenge story. Man, she just showed up out of nowhere. She killed one of their dudes.
True.
And she stole their shit.
Stole the staff. Yeah, the staff, which is important. Okay, she gets out, and the cultists are somehow able to know that you're out. Maybe we even, you know, in a cutaway, we see them kind of tracking her as she gets out. We found this in the southern hex on the map, right, in this kind of field.
Mm-hmm.
So now that she's out, talk me through what the logic is here. You would still have to get your wife and bring her here to use this thing.
Oh, really? So the staff, it's not like a...
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you can, but it seemed like it had to do with the place as well. We could roll to determine that.
Yeah. If we haven't established that, let's roll to determine that.
I think 50-50 makes the most amount of sense,
Yeah.
right? All right, so 51 or greater, you do not need to return to this site. Come on.
That would be really inconvenient.
Yes!
40.
You do need to return to this site to complete the ritual. Something about what is going on here, the dark powers that are here, require the staff.
So I imagine that's really inconvenient, but I think that then the next... Like, obviously, Ashana's not just going to come back without any issues. So she's going to need some help. So remind me, who was Glenn associated with again?
Glenn is, we don't know if he's dead, but he is a cartographer. And you were doing a favor for the cartographers by bringing him to this forest. And then you got mixed up with all this.
Oh, no. They are probably not going to be happy with me.
Yeah, both the cartographers and the ironmongers, because the ironmongers wanted some black iron that you have lost. So,
Shit.
You know, let's look at your bonds. You have Catania, who is a cartographer, who you have kind of befriended. There's Quinn, who is your son. There's Alba, who is your dying wife. And there is Ellie, who is a forecaster friend of yours.
How old is the kid?
The kid is real young, like
not fighting age, huh?
Nah, I think he's like he's the boy in God of War, with without the magic powers, without being a demigod.
Well, she's gonna need some muscle to come back. So I kind of feel like the forecaster. Well, maybe the forecasters would be a good place to go looking for that. They're a hardy bunch of folks.
Sure, I mean, and in particular, Ellie, who is a forecaster, would probably help you. You have a bond with her. I
feel like it's gonna be more than a 2-person job, though. I feel like this is we wipe the cult out or bust.
Well, you're gonna have to try to convince whoever is in the tribe to do that, if you'd like to.
I think it's gonna be. I think Ashan is gonna try to make the whole tribe issue. Like, hey, we gotta go get Glenn back. Come on, let's go get Glenn, and also this other thing. But it's Glenn. It's all about Glenn. But also this other thing.
Gotcha. All right, so I think though the storm is moving in whatever direction it's moving, we can get to the tribe easy enough. I don't think we need to undertake a journey for that. We get to the tribe, and what's the first move?
I would start with the forecaster friend. At
All right.
least try to get somebody on board.
Either the forecaster friend is in town or not in town, because normally they're on the edges of the storm.
Right.
So we could choose to not go to the town, not to go to the tribe and try to find Ellie.
No. It seems that we should go home. We don't have anything. We should
We
go
could
home.
argue that you could maybe send a bird to Ellie.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's just kind of determine what the outcome of that is. So let's say you send a bird to Ellie and saying, meet me in town or something like that. How could we do this? Let's make I think we can test our bond. I think that's a good one. Let's see. Where is it? Here we go. When your bond is tested through conflict, betrayal, or circumstance, you will roll plus heart. So you're going to roll plus heart, and the outcome will determine whether Ellie wants to help or not.
Plus hearts. Okay. Hold on just 1 second while the character sheet reloads.
Okay, that's all right.
Okay. Hearts. Remind me. Okay, I see it. Here we go.
Yep, at the top.
Rolling heart. Weak hit.
That's great. Your bond is fragile, and you must prove your loyalty. Envision what they ask of you, and do it. If you refuse, clear the bond and pay the price. So we don't have to think about this immediately, but Ellie is going to do it, but she's going to ask something of us. Okay?
Okay.
In the meantime, because it'll take time for her to get to town or whatever, what are we doing in the tribe?
Let's see. There's got to be like a
I mean, one obvious thing is you've got to bring Alba with you.
Right.
She's got to come to the site with you. So it's
Right.
her and you, and then Ellie is going to show up.
Yeah. Well, right. So yeah. So the wife has got to come along for
Right.
sure.
So then it's
But-
who else do we try to convince?
I feel like I'll start with the Glenn. You said Glenn was a cartographer, right?
Glenn was a cartographer, and you have another contact named Catania within the cartographers.
Okay. Then I'll probably go to Catania and be like, "Oh no, Glenn got lost. We were in this ruin that he really wanted to go to of his own volition, and he just happened to get separated through no fault of my own. Oh no, we have to go rescue him.
Okay.
Oh no."
As Mr. Bill would always say, "Oh no." Are we going to compel Catania, or are we trying to test our bond with Catania?
I think we're trying to test their bond with Glenn.
I think compelling her makes the most sense.
Okay.
So you will roll. Are you trying to charm, pacify, barter, threaten or incite, or lie and swindle? If you threaten or incite, you're rolling plus iron, which is your best attribute, but you're going to be pretty rough with Catania.
I don't want to be menacing with Catania. I feel like that's a quick path to burning a bridge. Maybe several.
Not think if it's successful.
Okay, yeah, you know what? I'm saying all of that, but she's gonna be a little menacing while she does it. You know, she's gonna be kind of flexing at her a little bit.
I mean, let's be honest. Catania could be all that's standing in her way between curing her wife. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, it's time to get a little threatening. You know, we got to get this done, right? So
you're gonna help Glenn, whether you like it or not.
You will roll plus iron, and let's see how you do. Hopefully, you do well. And you've got an ally to go with you on the trip. Oh, a miss. They refuse, or make a demand which costs you greatly. Pay the price regardless. So roll a d100.
I mean, definitely Ashana will go to the. Yeah, Ashana will pull out all the stops.
Let's see here, 94.
That sounds bad.
It forces you to act against your best intentions. It forces you to act. Her response forces you to act against your best intentions. What does that mean? She says no. Probably does not like that you're threatening her. Probably does not like that that you've effectively failed your mission.
I'm gonna kidnap her.
It forces you to act against your best intentions.
Which like, what if Ashana just kidnaps her?
Sure.
Like, okay,
All right. Okay, so how do we do this? Also, I mean, let's think about this. What is the reason for kidnapping her? What advantage do we get? Because she would still be unwilling even when we brought her to like another location, you know?
Yeah, but like, hey, we're saving Glenn. This is all for Glenn.
She's gonna wake up nonetheless, like concussed. I'm not trying to shoot down the idea. I'm trying to justify what we get out of this. Like maybe Catania is a spell user of some kind. She's a ritual caster of some kind, and we could use her abilities or her knowledge.
That would make sense. I mean, certainly once we've kidnapped her, no one else is going to want to help us.
You know what? I think that's enough. Where like if we bring Catania, she might be able to figure out how to use this staff to heal Alba, right?
Yep.
Because I don't think Ashana can figure it out on her own.
Yeah, and what is so this now Ashana's wife is sick. What kind of sick? Like weak sick or like
she has like a sickness of the lungs. She's a beautiful singer, but has become so sick as of late that she can't even sing. She's like always out of breath. Maybe
so she's
it's
not
pneumonia or something like that. But it's just like we haven't been able to figure out what's wrong with her.
Right, but either way, she's not going to be much help.
No, she will definitely be pretty useless.
Right. Okay.
I think that if you're trying to kidnap her, you should attempt to face danger.
I'll face the danger.
And if it goes wrong, you might be entering the fray, as you are assaulting a major member of the tribe.
So face danger is just a D100 roll.
No,
right?
You are either rolling with the speed, agility, precision, charm, loyalty, aggressive action. I think probably aggressive action.
It's definitely aggressive action.
Okay.
She's just conking her over the head. And
you can use +1 to this plus iron. Ghost of Eli is not happy in the chat about this. She's like, what? We're taking this in a very strange direction. But she is desperate.
Weak hit.
On a weak hit, you succeed, but face a troublesome cost. You either lose 1 momentum, endure harm, endure stress, or lose 1 supply, which you cannot do that.
I'll take the momentum dip.
Okay, momentum goes to 5. This is bad because you haven't even had a chance to sojourn. You haven't had a chance to regain any supplies. Your health is not up. Your spirit is not up. But you do manage to conquer out. And you take her out. What are you suffering? Momentum? Okay, all right.
Yep.
Does anyone see you on the way out? Should we ask the Oracle?
I think yes. Because obviously she's going to try, but she's not sneaky.
Okay. Let's say I think it's likely. God damn it, you rolled it too fast.
My finger slipped. I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. Let's say it's likely that someone will see you, but you just rolled a 25, which is under the 26. 26 or greater, someone would have seen you. So no one sees you as you slip out.
Thank God.
This is crazy. I think it would be a very elaborate situation where you like put Alba and Catania like in a cart or something, and then get on your way.
Is there any way that I can like weekend at Bernie's her where I'm like doing?
I mean, we could possibly face danger because it was a weak hit. No, the Oracle said nobody sees you. So you get out. Maybe even Ellie. What it is like Ellie sees you and you both work together to move the cart that Alba and Catania is on and
Sure.
you get out of the village. And obviously Ellie's like, "What the fuck? Why is there a passed out Catania here?" And you explain the situation. Now we're getting why Ellie is possibly asking of something in return, because now her neck is on the line, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So, what is a realistic vow that Ellie would demand of Ashana to complete for her? If we look at Ellie, second in command, who's been overlooked for advancement amongst the forecasters, she would like to move up in the forecasters. We described her as a snarky car salesman. Um,
Hmm.
so, what do you think Ellie would ask of our friend Ishana?
I mean, really, it seems like all about how can Ashana help her advance in some way. It seems like maybe it's like I don't know how the forecasters merit system works, but maybe like she needs to get like a go into the storm and get like a thing to like move up the ranks in the forecasters or something, like your own quest to go on that the Shauna has to agree to go help on.
Okay, so
Uh,
we'll say for now we owe a quest to to Ellie, and we'll figure out what that is, and we'll decide how difficult it is. But in the meantime, we are returning to the site. Now we have this vow of retrieve black iron and steal it from the cartographers and Glyn the botanist. I kind of feel like we have to forsake this vow. Wouldn't you agree? Like we've completely dropped this.
yeah, and if even if we didn't forsake it, it would be like a total hail mary to complete it at this point.
When you renounce your quest, betray the promise, or the goal is lost to you, clear the vow and endure stress. We're going to clear this vow, and why don't you roll? So first of all, your spirit's going to go down to 1,
Great, love it.
and stress is. Here we go. You have to roll spirit or heart. Your heart is higher, so roll plus heart.
Miss.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh boy. Okay, on a miss, also suffer -1 momentum. Your momentum's going to go to 4. If you are at 0 spirit, you must be shaken or corrupted. But you are not, so you will instead roll on the following table. You're going to roll a d100, please. You better hope you roll for 51 or greater. Ooh.
29.
Nope. You give in to a fear or compulsion and act against your best instincts. I guess this is all part of the crazy plan of stealing Catania and going back to the site.
Yeah, things are really not going well.
Yeah, Ashana's like super frazzled, super stressed, but she's got to attempt to save her wife in this situation. She's put everything on the line to do this. Now, here's the last thing. I think that she hasn't spent enough time where we should roll for the storm to definitely move, but I kind of want to roll to determine what direction the storm is moving and just kind of have that in our back pocket for if it takes too long.
Sure.
Okay, roll a d8 and let's just see what direction the storm is currently moving.
6.
6. So 8, 7, 6. It's moving east. Which is good and bad. The hex will probably end up being covered. Let's see, if I do the math here, it'll be something like this, which is actually not that bad. So I think just for the sake of narrative tension, we'll say that the storm is moving east, but that hex is still in the clear. But now, like, the storm is right on the edge of that hex, right? And
limited window.
yes, we return to the site. This is an actual move where when you delve a site, So here's what happens when you return to a site. It's in here somewhere, and I'm determined to find it. Discover. Okay, all right. Returning to a previously explored site. A site may prove too perilous, or whatever reason we leave it. If you later return, you can use the existing progress, but not all of it. To determine how much progress remains, we have a total of 6. 2, 4, 6. Roll 2d10 and take the lowest value, and you will erase that from the progress.
Okay.
That's a 7.
I only rolled the 1. Here comes the second.
And a 1.
1.
So your progress is only going to go down to 5. That's good.
It's very good.
You return to the site, this massive crater. I assume you're going to go kind of in the same direction that, like the original hole that you first entered?
Yeah. Now, hear me out.
Okay.
So we established that the cultists are plotting their revenge.
Yes.
Which I interpret as maybe they're tracking Ashana back to camp.
Okay.
What if there's a chance that while they're heading back towards the camp to try to catch Ashana, while Ashana is actually going back to the crater, which probably they're not expecting. What if they're not even there because they're trying to hunt her down?
Sure. Do you want to ask the Oracle, and are you implying that they possibly find the tribe? Is that the thought you're going
Yeah.
with? Okay.
Yeah.
How likely do you think it is that that's what their plan is?
I don't know. I mean, that, like, I know that they were definite. I think it's really just a matter of the timing. Like, would Ashana potentially, like, catch the window that they're not, that there aren't, they either aren't there, there's fewer of them there, or something, because they're trailing her back the camp and they just happen to miss her.
I would love like a roll to determine kind of, we can either just ask the Oracle and say that it's, I guess what we're asking the Oracle is, does Ashana see the cultists? Kind of, do we cross paths with them before we get to the crater, right?
Yeah, because that would either, yeah.
The hexes are big. They're about 7 miles. So I don't think that it is 50-50. I think it's actually kind of unlikely that you would do that, right?
Right.
So if it's unlikely, you have to roll 76 or greater for it to be true. So roll a d100, 76 or greater, and you will come across or become aware of it. No.
29, so no.
So it's happened. It certainly is a great idea. It's certainly something the cultists might do, but Ashana's not aware of it. So she gets to the crater, she goes inside, and she comes to this altar, right? I don't think it's worth delving the depths. I think you know where you're going. We get down to this altar where there's a massive chasm in front of it. You know, you sit Alba down where you saw the crumpled body before. Catania has woken up by now and is not too happy, but is aware of what you want her to do. I would argue you need to compel Catania to follow through and try to see if she can figure out how to help you.
Okay.
Right? So,
yep.
If you're going to compel, you are going to either charm or pacify, threaten or incite, or lie or swindle. What?
Threaten. We're at threaten.
With tears in your eyes, do it. Roll plus iron, and let's see what you get. Okay.
Weak hit.
On a weak hit, they'll do what you want, and you will take +1 momentum. But they do ask of something of you in return. Doesn't necessarily have to be like a vow, but
what if they want the staff?
Sure, they could want the staff. If I figure it out, I get to keep it.
Seems like a fair trade.
Sure. So now that we have convinced her to do it, we've got to determine whether she figures it out or not. she's casting a ritual, or it's effectively like a ritual. Um, you are, huh? Because here's the thing: you have a vow, which is to
Mm-hmm.
find a way to alleviate Alba's illness. Um, you only have 2 progress because this is an extreme vow. The thoughts of being able to do this is really difficult. We could, right now, fulfill this vow. You will likely fail it, which means there's some kind of crazy complication. But just because you fail it doesn't mean it doesn't work.
Mm. There's just going to be more cleanup to do.
There's something, yeah, some complication, In fact, let me read, just to be fair, let's read what fulfill the vow means. Here we go. If you fulfill your vow and miss, your quest is undone. Envision what happens and choose one. You either recommit, clear all but 1 filled progress, and raise the quest's rank by 1, or you give up and you forsake your vow. Or we just decide something completely out of the blue.
Well, Shauna's never going to give up on that vow.
Okay. So is this the time to fulfill it? If it's not, then we have to find some other role to determine
Yeah,
whether...
what would the other options even be?
I mean, we can face danger. We can make a heal roll. When you treat an injury or ailment, you roll plus wits.
That makes a certain kind of sense.
It makes a certain kind of sense. I just think like we're healing with quote unquote magic that we don't understand. So I feel like we should face danger, and if we succeed, then we can heal. What about that?
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good to me.
All right. So here's the thing. It's Catania who's doing it. I would argue she probably has pretty decent wits. So she's using her expertise, insight, or observation. I think you have to roll with Ishana's wits, but you can add +1.
This makes sense.
Right? Because you have an ally doing most of it.
Okay, here we go.
Not ideal, but it's...
I feel like this might be wind up being a life or death roll for Ishana.
Possibly.
Weak hit.
On a weak hit, you succeed, but you face a troublesome cost. You suffer momentum, endure harm, endure stress, or that's it.
I mean, oh god, it's definitely stressful.
Okay.
I think, yeah. So, which means that the Shauna's spear is going to go to 0.
Yes,
so yeah, something crazy is going to happen.
But let's endure stress, and what you have to do is reduce that spirit to 0, but roll heart, because that is higher than your current spirit. If you roll well, you will get back that spirit. If not, something bad happens.
And then roll heart, you said?
Yeah. Things are getting interesting. Oh, they just got so interesting.
Miss!
Okay, on a miss. You're also going to suffer 1 momentum. Your momentum goes to 4. But if you are at 0 spirit, you must mark that you are either shaken or corrupted. Would you like to know the difference between the 2?
Yes, I would.
Let's see. Let's see. I gotta look up in the thesaurus here, or whatever the hell. Shaken. 37. If you are shaken, you may be marked when you are at 0 spirit and fail to endure stress. You are despairing or distraught and need comfort to recover. You cannot increase spirit because you are shaken. Or, if you are corrupted, your experiences have left you emotionally scarred. Let's see. You are at the threshold of losing yourself to darkness. Hold on. Let's go to page 95. This explains it in more detail. Forced to pay the price. Courage fails. Hold on. Let's see. Okay. Becoming corrupted, page 38. Oh, but it's already... Banes are okay. So this is a bane. Banes are permanent. They forever impact your character through momentum penalty. If when you are corrupted, envision how this impacts your personality and motivations. You might struggle with a new compulsion, quirk, or fear. You might even bear a physical, supernatural sign of the corruption. If so, what is it? So permanently, your character cannot raise um their momentum to 10. It's permanently no higher than 9. If you haven't chosen yet, you've just heard the two different versions. Are they
You
shaken
know,
or are they corrupted?
God, this has been such a long, like crazy, dark, twisted thing for Ashana.
Yes.
I feel you don't get out of something like this without being a little fucked in the head. She's gonna be corrupted.
Nice. You are corrupted. What is this corruption? How does it affect her? We could argue that it's not like I mean, it could be like anger issues or something, or it could be like this weird magic maybe affects her. Maybe she's hit by like dark magic and it affects her in some way, you know?
I like that. I'm thinking it's probably that, and that also has an impact on her personality as well.
Okay, and how does it
Like,
change her?
I think she's going to get a little bit
A little
more
selfless, a little selfish.
a little maybe a little selfish, but also I would say maybe just more like reckless, you
Ah,
know? Like I think her instinct for self-preservation is going to take a hit.
aha. No self or little self-preservation. All right, we've finally gotten one of these cool banes and burdens. Um, but it's working. The ritual seems to be working. It's time to heal or attempt to heal our beloved wife Alba. Um, Again, you're going to roll plus wits, and I will say that you can add. Let's see. Hold on.
One.
If you are mending your own wounds, never mind. You're not. Roll plus wits plus 1, and let's see
Okay.
if this is any better.
Here we go.
Cross our fingers. Oh!
Missed.
Oh no! On a miss, your aid is ineffective. Pay the price. Now, let's roll it, but I have something in mind. But let's just roll to see if the pay the price kind of matches what I'm thinking. Roll a d100. Ghost of Eli is freaking out in the chat.
63.
It is harmful. That's what the pay the price says. Now, it could still be harmful, but I'm thinking, as good as Catania is at the knowledge she has, it's still limited. And she attempts to do this, attempts to use this staff, attempts to use this space, and it's working for a minute. The lights are, things are glowing, glyphs are glowing. But what if the whole place begins to shake violently? Like, something is coming undone, something is breaking, something is going wrong. And maybe there's even, things that are falling from the ceiling. What do you think of that?
I like that.
Let's just endure harm to see how that shapes up. When you endure harm, you have to either roll. Well, first of all, reduce your health by 1, and then I think you will roll iron because that is currently the higher stat.
Okie dokie.
Let's see what you get.
Weak hit.
Okay, on a weak hit, you press on. So, although your health has gone down, so we'll say that you do actually get hit by something, you're, for the most part, able to dodge it, but I think this is kind of a good place to bring our session to a close, and we'll
Good
figure
luck,
out,
Amanda.
yeah, we'll figure out what the hell is happening, what can be done, and how do we get out of this. But, we risked it all, but as of now, it doesn't look like Alba is any closer to being healed.
It's too bad. That journey probably took a toll on her, too.
I mean, yeah, and not to mention Ishana is now corrupted and unprepared and, very close to death. She's beat up.
She's got 2 hit points left.
We've got Catania, Ellie, and Alba with us. We don't even have our son. Oh my god.
And we owe, like, I swear, fucking everybody a favor now.
Oh man, this is rough. This
Yeah,
is
Shada's
rough.
in a hole.
Well, thank you, Aaron, for bringing us here narratively.
I think I
Uh,
cleaned it up. I think I cleaned up the mess. I think I did.
you cleaned up one mess and started another, but that is how Ironsworn works. That was a lot of fun. I hope you had some fun, buddy.
I did.
Um, so the only person left is Amanda. So next session, Amanda will be with us. Let's see what she can do. Anything that we should talk about or plug before we wrap up today?
Just the normal stuff.
Yeah, Ashoka on Friday.
Ashoka on Friday. Heroes You Should Know tomorrow at 7 p.m.
Nice.
Ashoka whenever the hell we feel like it.
Hey, that's the problem with post production is
Yeah.
it's tough, and sometimes you got to extend a little bit.
Yeah.
But we're releasing them. They are coming out, and we're excited. All right.
Okay, cool.
All right, cool. So thank you guys for tuning in. We will see you next time. Remember that we have a Patreon. If you'd love to subscribe to us, that's a great way of showing us that you support us, as well as becoming a member on Twitch, whether it be subscribing or just becoming a follower of ours. But we thank you again, and we'll see you next time. Bye.